Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Monday, the 18th of July, 2022. Good morning, everyone. Let's start today off with a blessing, shall we? Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us a blessing for this Monday, the 18th of July. There it is. Look at this. We get the blessing of letting go. Free yourself from negative entanglements by letting go of emotional ties, beliefs, and outdated ways of thinking that no longer serve you. You have the power. That which you let go will transform into an endless blessing. Namaste. Let me read this one more time. The blessing of letting go. Free yourself from negative entanglements by letting go of emotional ties, beliefs, and outdated ways of thinking that no longer serve you. You have the power. That which you let go will transform into an endless blessing. Namaste. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. So this is a continuation from Friday's live. I've got a page full of questions that need to be answered. But guys, for Wednesday's early show, please drop your questions in the box below. Please, please, please. Need questions for Wednesday's show. All right. First question right off the bat. This one is from Beautiful Girl. And this is about the Uvalde police video. And I think by now everybody has seen at least a couple seconds of it. I only watched about 2 minutes of it. After watching police stand around with their thumbs up their butts for 2 minutes, that was enough. Because in those 2 minutes, how many children could have been saved? How many children's lives children could still be on this plane of existence had it not been for the cowardice, and I'm going to call it like I see it, cowards. 50 cowards standing in the hallway for over an hour while babies are slaughtered. There's no excuse for this. What will the outcome of the Uvalde police video be? Spirit guide, universe, please speak through me. Please tell only the truth. What is going to happen to the Uvalde police? What is going to be the outcome of this video? Oh, there's going to be some changes in the government. There's going to be some changes in how the police force does their business. The first card, we get the Hierophant. We get the government right there. The government is going to change. The second card, what is in front? We get the Ten of Swords. This is an ending. I feel the Uvalde Police Department is going to be literally disbanded and then put back together with new officers, new training, new everything. This is a disgrace. And I feel that this is going to be more officer driven, that officers themselves are going to resign from the Uvalde Police Department to build a better one. Now, we already know that the police chief had already stepped down because he had taken another position. He wasn't worried about being police chief. He was worried about being a politician. So below we get the steadfast horse. I feel like this is the ex-Uvalde police chief. He stood in his defiance at the beginning, trying to swear that they did everything by the book. When he was the coward, he showed up without even equipment. He could not. How can a leader show up and not lead? He was never a leader. When he was the police chief, he was corrupt. He moved to the other side so that he could make more money because he wasn't getting enough in policing. He wanted to be able to make more dirty money by moving up his rank in the political process. It was all about him making his money. He didn't want that the shooting to sully what was going on for him. So he literally thought it'll be over in a few minutes. He never led. He never gave the command for those officers to go in there and neutralize the situation. All the training that those police officers have had all these years since the very first school shooting in Colorado. This is how long police have been training for this. And we see 50 police officers standing in the hallway, and I'm going to call it like I see it, with their thumbs up their butts while they hear children being slaughtered. The one thing that we did not have on that video, guys, is audio. So you didn't hear the pop, pop, pop. You didn't hear the children screaming. But those police officers did. And they stood calmly in the hallway for over an hour, listening to pop, 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 and children screaming. Whatever happens to the Uvalde Police Department, they deserve everything. But what I do believe is that this police department is going to be rebuilt from the ground up. From the ground up. That the people who are in there are no longer going to be there. They're going to have a complete new police force. They're going to have to. There's no trust. There's no trust in Uvalde citizens for its police department. That police department will be disbanded, and it will be rebuilt. The sheriff's department is going to take over. Now, the final outcome gets the bird of paradise. So when this is all over, and done with, good things will come out of this. But it is going to take, it took the lives of 19 babies and 2 teachers. Okay? People who are never coming back because of the cowardice of the police department. But in the end, good things will come from this. Things will be made better. People will be safer in Uvalde post this shooting, post the reconstruction of the Uvalde government. And this is not just the Uvalde government. This is going to be all of Texas. Texas is trying to say they want to secede from the Union. This is all conjecture and talk because they know if they are on their own and they fall, there's nobody to help them. Okay? My next question is, will the FBI director, Christopher Wray, who is Christopher Wray loyal to? I have a question on this myself. Was Christopher Wray involved in any kind of way with the overturning of the election or the January 6th insurrection? Was Christopher Wray in any kind of way involved in the lies about the election or about January 6th? Christopher Wray, FBI director, was he in any way involved in January 6th or in the overthrowing of the election? Yeah, first card. Yes, he was. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Yes. Christopher Wray was involved in it. Christopher Wray was involved. He is involved in it. First card says so. First card. Involved in it, knew about it, did nothing to stop it. He is going to, his end is coming. And I don't know if Christopher Wray is still the FBI director. Hey, Siri.
Mm-hmm.
Is Christopher Wray still the FBI director?
Okay, I found this on the web for is Christopher Wray still the FBI director? Check it out.
Okay, let me see, guys. I wish it would just say yes or no. Yes, Christopher Wray is still the FBI director. Guys, but he's not gonna be the FBI director for very long. He is going to lose his job. Yes, he is, when it comes out, and it will come out, that he knew. This is part of the Secret Service stuff, guys. This is part of the Secret Service. I told you. Pence did not get in that car because he understood that had he gotten that car with the Secret Service, he would have been murdered. He would have been disappeared. The head of the FBI knows everything about this. He was part and parcel of all of this. If I need to say for entertainment purposes, I will say it. But guys, this is what it is. The entire federal government under 45 was corrupt. They were willing to do anything that he asked them to. And Christopher Wray is a holdover from 45's administration. Here's one of the reasons why the wheels of justice are going so slowly. Because Christopher Wray, I don't know if you can see that, is a traitor to the democracy of the United States of America. He is a traitor. So the question was he involved in this? And we didn't get one yes. In the first card, we get the world. He was involved in the planning. He was involved in the logistics. He was involved in making sure that there were not a whole lot of cops on the dais at the Capitol that day. And guys, Christopher Wray works directly for the Kremlin. Christopher Wray is under Putin's control. I don't care what letter he has by his name. He is not a decent, upstanding person. He works for those who have power. His fealty was to Vlad, and his fealty was to Donnie. Christopher Wray is a traitor. And here's another yes. Christopher Wray is a traitor. He knew exactly what was going on the entire time. He allowed it to happen. He is part of why we have not had justice to all these despots, because he is still in power. He is still the FBI director. And that means that people who need to be investigated are not being investigated. Or documents are being misplaced or lost. Subpoenas aren't being served. Yes, we have a very corrupt government. My next question is, will Overstock.com CEO Patrick Byrne face charges for his involvement in January 6th? Guys, here's a follow the money. Overstock.com was part of the paying. This is how they got the buses. This is how Jenny Thomas made sure that she could get all of the people there. Okay, she was the logistics captain, and Patrick Byrne was Daddy Warbucks, Mr. Moneybags. Yes, you're seeing the financiers of the January 6th. Okay, here's the question. Will Overstock.com CEO Patrick Byrne face charges for his role in January 6th? Yes, he is. And he is terrified. He wants to get as far away from this as possible. Again, this is the end of him. This is the end of him. And we got swords on Byrne. His judgment is coming. He is going to face judgment. He is going to have to answer for everything that he did. He was part of how he was, like I said, he was part of the logistics. That was the magic of all that money, getting the people to that rally. He is worried. He is worried about all the things that he did. Got caught up in it. But this is rich people doing rich people things, thinking that however much money you have will absolve you from all your crimes. Here it is. Here it is. This is the GOP happy family. This is what they want. This is what they were working for. Patrick Byrne got the 10 of swords and he got the 4 of swords, the coffin card. He is facing his own exile. He really, really, really wants to get away. He really wants to just disappear into the ether, to not have to face the charges about what's coming. He is so afraid that he is going to lose everything. He is in protection mode. Oh, Donnie is in trouble from Patrick Byrne's testimony, because Patrick Byrne is in protection mode. He is worried about himself right now and protecting his own assets. He don't care about protecting Donnie at this point. No, he does not. He is worried about protecting his own behind, and he is worried about it. Donnie Boy has to worry about Patrick Byrne. My next question, and this is again on CERN. I didn't get quite finished with this on Friday. And this question, did CERN change the course of our world? When they turned that particle accelerator on, a lot of things changed. And if you go outside and look at the sky, guys, the sky has changed. And if you don't believe that electromagnets can alter our reality, please reconsider that. We are electrical beings. Anything that alters the electrical force on this planet can have an effect, a direct effect on our psyche, our physical health, and how we actually see things. Understand, vibrations and frequencies are what keep us alive. We are electronic beings. Our motor is our heart. That little thing that keeps going autonomously without us having to think about it. That is an electrical impulse. That's CERN, micro particles, smasher, whatever you want to call that big thing, manipulates energy, manipulates frequency. The amount of electricity it takes to just turn that thing on. Okay? The Schumann resonance, the Schumann scale resonates when that thing gets turned on, because it messes with our magnetosphere. Okay? And I am not a biologist or any type of person that knows anything about this. This is the universe telling me these things. All right. Did CERN change the course of our world as we know it today? Did the turning on of CERN affect our reality today? Yes. Hey guys, it has accelerated something. But everything is written, even abstract things like CERN, to cause and effect. The short answer, yes, CERN has changed the course of our world. And then again, I'm feeling that what I said about the magnetosphere is very important to what CERN is doing. Guys, this is an accelerant. I know they turned it on to try to help mankind, but what they actually did is going to accelerate the change, the culmination of this system of change that we are in. Remember, old things must pass away for new things to evolve, okay? And what we are in right now, this system of change, is evolution. Our planet, as we are living on it, is not sustainable for the long term. Climate change is real. At some point in time, The southwest side of the United States is going to be a complete arid zone, and there is going to be a complete shortage of drinkable water. Couple that with the change of our planet itself, the earthquakes, the changing of our topography. When people move, just understand we are in a system of change. We are in a system to where we have to focus our energy on what we want to build and where we want to reside, instead of putting our energy into fear and into anxiety. There is absolutely nothing we can do at this point, at this stage, to stop the climate change. That ship has sailed. We cannot turn back time. We cannot stop the polar ice caps from melting. And right now, this week is going to be the hottest week on our planet in our human history. And I mean all over the globe. Okay? Europe is there are going to be so many wildfires that just ignite all over the world. Everyone is in danger right now. Lightning strikes, dry lightning strikes, and that's what it's going to be. Rolling, dry thunderstorms that are going to ignite forests, wildfires. This is what global warming is. This is what global warming does. Okay? So the answer is yes, CERN has changed the course of our world. It has accelerated the end of this cycle. It has sped up. We have to stop fighting amongst ourselves and understand that the only way that we're going to get through this is if we work together. And if we all hold those who are responsible accountable and stop giving them passes. And this is big business. And guys, again, understand our problems, our pollution problems, gas and oil, send all those chemicals into the air that pollute our air, that deplete our ozone, that cause the UV rays to come in stronger, increasing all fair people's chances of dying from skin cancer. These are things that big business does not want to control. No, they want to be able to, put as much exhaust as they have into the air unchecked. They don't want to have to be responsible for making sure that the water stays clean. Guys, in the end, you can't eat money. And that's what it's going to come down to. We are in inflation and an inflated process brought on by the rich because of greed, because of the want of power and control. Understand why we are here. We could have done something years ago, but we didn't. And now we're here. And there's no going back, guys. Understand. And I get angry. I get angry a lot when certain readers keep saying that everything is just going to be okay. This world as it is right now is not going to be okay. That's not to say that you are not going to be okay, because you are going to be okay. But you are going to be okay when you decide that you don't live, that you don't vibrate on 3D Earth. Okay? People who are living on 3D Earth that vibrate with fear, hate, anger, separation, prejudices, racism, those people are going to suffer greatly, greatly. The people who will not suffer are the people who choose love, who choose to rise above the varuyo, the messiness of 3D Earth, to vibrate in 4D, 5D, as high as you can. And that means setting aside the trivialness of what is going on in the everyday world. That means turning off the television, not being laser focused on what is going on in mainstream media, not being afraid of the words and curses that these people are using on you through the news, convincing you that everything is woe is me, woe is me. If you vibrate in 3D, if you're living down there where there's fires, where you can't afford to live, where you can't do anything, it's going to be very scary. Take a deep breath. Let go of all things that do not serve you. Do not put your energy into things that do not affect you. Do not call into things that are not yours. Okay? Understand, we create our reality. What we think, what we feel becomes fact. If you believe the line of BS that you are being spoon-fed, you will exist there. And it will be very hard for you to tear yourself away, to break out of that matrix. And guys, this again, I'm going to warn you about those Oculus lenses. That is the next step of control that they want. They are taking away your rights to keep you locked in your house. They don't want you to have to leave the house to work. Oh no, that's what those Oculus lenses are for. You can wake up in the morning, never have to shower, do nothing. Put those glasses on and you're at work. Put those change your thing and now you're at play. But you've never moved an inch from where you are. They are going after your mind. Protect it at all costs. Be very suspicious of technology that tricks your brain into thinking that something is real that is not. That is programming on a grand level. It is not a game. And I do want to scare you with this one. That is mind control. And please, grandmas and grandpas, don't buy them for your grandkids. I know I'm probably already too late, but that is mind control. Okay, next question is from Tanya. And Tanya would like to know, what do ETs look like? And this one I don't have to throw cards on because I can tell you exactly what ETs look like. I will tell you the ETs that I have experienced that look like. I have been visited by the mantid people, and I have been visited by the Nubian. Well, they're not called Nubian. I don't know what they're called, but I can tell you what they look like. Okay, the mantids. Now, the mantids might be scary, but maybe scary looking, but this is the most pure, gentle, loving being that I have ever had the experience of meeting. Now, the mantid looks like a praying mantis. It has a diamond-shaped head. The one that visited me was literally, his head was probably 6 feet across. His head was longer, taller than me, laying sideways. His whole body in my bedroom, and he was bent over. He was very, very, very large. And he was this beautiful, purplish, blackish, greenish, just like a muted rainbow color, but it was dark, but it was beautiful. It was purple and black and blue, like space. He didn't talk with a voice. He communicated with me telepathically. The other beings that I actually traveled with, that I call the Nubians, they are, I would say black, but they're not black. They are, again, the color of space, like a deep purple, okay, with blue, like electric blue. So it's not darkness. It is the most beautiful blackish, bluish, purplish color you have ever seen. Again, they did not speak, and these ones had mouths. They look like your typical alien that we see, the big head, big almond-shaped eyes. It did not have a nose, and these were 3 of these. They did not have noses, but they did have kind of a mouth, more like a beak, but it wasn't protruding. It was very small, but it looked like a mouth, but it kind of looked like a beak. And they were, I traveled with them into the galaxy, and they showed me parts of the universe. I can't remember where. I just remember we were moving very fast, and I was not afraid. And anybody who would like to speak with me about this or share anything that has happened to them, if you've had any interactions with ETs, get with me on Psychic Tanya 9. We can definitely discuss it. And hey, maybe we can do something and have a show and talk about our experiences. Let's do that. PsychicTanya9@gmail.com if you would like to share your stories about ETs or any type of contact that you have had with ETs or with people who have crossed over. All right. Getting back to my question. So, Tanya, yeah, some ETs look like aliens. So a lot of ETs are humanoid, very human looking. The way that you can tell some of the people who are ETs that are in human form is by proportions. Sometimes they will be extremely tall, and they'll have like really long arms or long legs or really big feet or long heads, but they'll still look like people. They'll just look odd. But there's a lot that are super tall, and for some reason we just kind of don't see them, and they can just kind of move around. The other kind of humanoid beings are very thin, almost too thin to be people. But this is another race of aliens that are here, that have been with us. And again, if you just look at people with your heart, you will be able to see little subtle differences that'll let you know who is organically here and who is visiting. And guys, there are lots, millions and millions and millions. You went to school with them. Some may be in your family, sisters and brothers, siblings. Yes. Yeah. All of us are spiritual beings, okay, that came here. Little beam of light that actualized the moment that we took our first breath outside of our mother's womb. That is when our soul entered this vessel. So your soul traveled through space and time. And when you inhaled the first time as a newborn baby, that is when you became you. When you actualized onto this plane of existence. Okay. I hope that helps you, Tanya. My next question, and I think this is Denny's question. Will the Texas grid hold through the summer? Will the Texas grid hold up through this summer? And it's already a scorcher in Texas, and it's going to get worse. This is going to be the hottest, not just for, this is going to be the hottest summer on record for the entire United States and most of the world, and definitely for Europe. This is going to, well, so far, it's going to be the hottest summer on record. And guys, it just gets worse from here. Year after year, it's just going to get worse. Okay, will the Texas grid hold through the summer? Will the Texas grid, the Texas electrical grid, hold through the summer? Let me shuffle. Will the Texas electrical grid hold through the summer? Here we go. The Texas electrical grid is going to have some intermittent problems, guys. It's going to be going in and out, in and out, in and out. Okay? Just like that water going in one cup and out the other cup. That is what the electrical grid in Texas is going to be this summer. It is going to, guys, when the hurricanes start, South Texas, Gulf Texas is going to be inundated with water. Inundated. The flooding that is going to happen from the rainstorms. This is the word perfect storm is going through. Texas is at a crossroads. Texas is, as a state, is going to have to make some hard decisions on how it's going to go forward from this time forward. Things are going to start falling apart majorly. And when the weather affects more than, this is going to affect their oil production. This is going to affect derricks and rigs that are out in the ocean. Guys, we are going to have another oil derrick is going to spill in the Gulf of Mexico. We are going to have a major oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico at a time where we definitely do not need more crises on our fragile ecology. Oh my goodness. The Texas grid is going to fail. It will go in and out. And you people who live in Texas are going to be lied to, gaslighted, used, and you're going to be paying premium prices for unreliable electricity. I'm so sorry. My next question is from Danielle. Danielle would like to know, will 45 be charged with witness tampering? We know that he tampered with the little girl, I can't remember her name now, that spilled all the beans. Hutchinson, I think her name was. Casey Hutchinson, yes. Casey Hutchinson said that he had called her and other people had been, relaying messages that the POTUS knows that you're going to give your deposition today. Yeah, that's witness tampering. That's illegal. Will 45, will old Donnie boy be charged with witness tampering? Here we go. Yes, and he's got a lot of, oh my goodness. Hold on, guys. Yes. Things might be changing for old Donnie. Okay? Do not put the will of the collective. Do not doubt what we can do energetically, guys. We can change things with our energy. And I know we have all seen Donnie not facing any consequences. However, right now, Tarot is saying that old Donnie boy is going to be charged with witness tampering. There are subpoenas coming after him. A lot of them, a lot of charges. And here he is. It is him, the moneyed king. This is him. There's a whole lot of stuff that we are not privy to right now. There's a lot of cleaning up that is being done. Guys, we do not see what's going on behind the scenes. And we have got to make sure that we can keep our emotions in check to not slow it down further. Okay? I keep saying, send energy to Merrick Garland. Send energy to all those agents who are working their hind ends off, trying to do the right thing. We need to stop giving our energy to worry and anger and start giving it to people who need it so that we can be successful. We need to support people energetically, spiritually, so that they can walk their paths and be victorious. We can help do that. The GOP has set up all of its obstruction. Before 45 left office, he set up all there. Like I keep trying to say, there are landmines who are people in every agency in America, in every federal agency that has any type of anything to do with Donnie's crimes. There are moles. There are bad people, holdovers from Donnie's administration, who are sabotaging everything that Merrick Garland is trying to do. They are trying to sabotage. But there are people in high positions of power, people who are in the military, generals, colonels, that are saboteurs, that are traitors to the United States democracy. Donnie is going to be charged. Donnie is going to be charged. And he's been trying to bully the little people, young people. That's who he's been sending his goons after them, trying to scare them, threatening their families. Donnie's going to lose this one. He is going to try to use all of his magic to get him out of this trouble. But Donnie's going to lose this one. And I can say that he's going to lose this one because of the last card. Donnie is in his tower. His protections are failing him. And he's seeing this day after day after day. Every day, the law is getting closer to him. Every day. And it's getting harder and harder for him to fight it off or to pretend that he's going to be okay. He is rattled at this point. He is upset. Will Donnie try to escape to Saudi Arabia to evade charges? Will Donnie run to Saudi Arabia to evade charges? Will Donnie run to Saudi Arabia? Yep, to try to evade charges. But we got death here again, and this is in front of him. First card we got on will Donnie run to Saudi Arabia? We get the Five of Swords. This is the mutiny card. This is people walking away from bad leadership. Okay, and we all know that Donnie is the bad leader. But in front of him, he's got death. Okay, this is an end. So this may be, he wants to run, because this is what's chasing that end. So, now, I could read this one or two ways. That he's going to try to run and he may cross over in the interim, or that he's going to run and die over in Saudi Arabia. Okay? I could read this one or two ways. What's below this is the Two of Pentacles. That juggling, that ship on uneasy water. But again, this goes with this. All right, we've got ships on the sea and we got a boat on water. Somebody trying to move and travel somewhere. Here we go. We got the government. We got the government. We already know that the government does not have an appetite about going after old Donnie. They really, really, really do not want to hold him accountable, even though he needs to be held accountable. He is going to have to fight. This is a singular fight, okay? This is him having to fight off everything that is coming for him. Donnie's in trouble. Here's our yes. Here's our, and old MBS, Mohammed bin Salman has already given him the olive branch, say, yeah, oh, come on over here. You can live in your own doggone building. He has a whole Trump Tower right there in Adobadi or Dubai or wherever. He has a ginormous building that he can live in, him and his whole family. And yes, this is the treasonous card. This is the treasonous, traitorous card. He is his crimes, his sins are being uncovered and displayed. His treasonous behavior is on display for the whole world to see. And yes, the answer to the question is yes. Donnie, and he has been planning this. He has made plans to try to evade, to leave, to evade being held accountable for his crimes. So, yes, Donnie is going to try to flee the United States. My next question is, if red states can just declare who they want to win in the elections, how is that going to affect our democracy? And the short answer is it can't. If the red states just arbitrarily decided that they're, no matter what the vote said, they are going to just choose who they want, understand the violence that would cause in each individual city, state. That would most assuredly be the starting gun of the next civil war. Most assuredly, if you decide if a single state decided to disenfranchise all of its voters, because that's what it would be. You would be disenfranchising all of the voters. That would be a precursor to a full-on civil war. So Danielle, if the red states tried to just say, doesn't matter who won, we're declaring the winner, that will be the declaration of war in the United States. That would be the declaration of war. My next question is, will the current Constitution be updated to reflect our world today in regards to tech, women, children, and differently gendered people? And I'm going to say it that way. And guys, check it out. You know how how they have been trying to get people to define a woman? How do you define a woman? What is a female? Simple. 2 X chromosomes makes a female. Period. 2 X chromosomes makes a female. Now, you can be whatever you want to be and call yourself whatever you want to be and choose to be whatever you want to be. But for the scientific answer for what is a female, it is a person who has 2 X chromosomes. That is what determines a person to be a female. Doesn't matter whether they have a vagina or a womb. Doesn't matter if they have a penis. If you have 2 X chromosomes, you are a female. Fixed it. You're welcome. Okay. Will the U.S. Constitution be updated to more closely align with our time and our populace? Yes. Let me get the Ace of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. This is triumph, excessive triumph. In reverse, it's the same with disastrous results or conception. This is childbirth multiplicity. So this is saying yes specifically to the LGBTQ question. The new Constitution will be written with women, children, and LGBTQ childbirth issues, conception issues will be written into our new Constitution. And the new Constitution will not be the old Constitution just word changed. There will be an entirely new United States Constitution drafted. And again, we will have a brand new government. This old patriarchal, racist system of governance will die. It will be murdered. And we will build a system of governance that is inclusive of all Americans, that will not be for the wealthy land-owning white men. And that is what our Constitution was written for, as it is. All right. Last question. This is from Danielle. Will Africa... Well, she asked, will Russia, Europe align with Africa for a space station? I changed your question a little bit, because Russia and Europe and everybody already has space programs. Africa doesn't. Africa doesn't have a seat at the table. Neither does Mexico. So I would like to know, will Africa and Mexico be invited to join the Europeans, the Americans, and the Russians in space exploration, and be invited to work on the space station? Will African and Mexican aerospace companies be invited to work alongside American, European, and Russian astronauts and cosmonauts in the International Space Station? Yes. Yes, Danielle. Yes. There will be diversity in space. First card, we get the world. First card, and that answers the entire question as far as I'm concerned, is that the space station will not just be for Europeans, that they are going to invite everyone, including China, to use and study at the International Space Station. All right, guys. This has been my reading for Monday, the 18th of July. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. All right? Things are changing. Remember, you don't have to be afraid of anything. Nothing. There is absolutely no reason for you to be afraid. However, we must be prepared. We must be prepared. Do not live in fear and vibrate at 3D. Raise your vibration. Elevate your consciousness. Raise your frequency. Let go of garbage. Do not align yourself with trash. Don't listen to gossip. Don't be a gossip. Be truthful in your dealings with other people. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Love with your whole heart. Use your discernment to understand what is good and what is not. Do not waste time on people or things that do not bring pleasure and light into your life. If something or someone makes you miserable, Leave that something or someone alone. It is that simple. Your happiness, your contentedness is your business. And you have to work at making a place where you can be. Where you can be and not be stressed and not be sad. Take the steps that you need to take to fix the things in your life that need to be fixed. Only you can do them. I love you. Inhale, exhale, and carry on. We've got this. We've got this. Vibrate up here, not down here. I love you guys. Namaste. Bye-bye.